What's up, teams? Your commissioner here, and I'm joined with Zoe, and we're both very excited, and we're in our proud Gator gear. The Gators are doing quite well, and they're at number 3, so we figured we celebrate them. Right, Zoe? Yeah? Yeah. Okay. All right. Say hi to teams. Say hi to teams. All right. Here. All right. Well, this is your week 3 recap, and we had another high-scoring week. There was only 2 teams that didn't reach the century mark, so it's continuing to be pretty high-scoring season, which is good to see. It's making it quite competitive. This week, it's been pretty interesting because there's been some COVID scares and even some that are actually affected. And so it's going to make it very interesting for our season going forward, seeing who may get COVID and how it may affect the team. So far, there's only been one matchup that's going to be postponed to a later date, meaning that their matchup is going to be considered a bye week, and they'll play it later in the season. So luckily, the other COVID effects haven't been too bad. I think Cam is out and everything, but it's definitely something we have to keep an eye on and just pray for the best, and hopefully it doesn't affect your roster too much, but chances are it will. And then, of course, injuries, it's just bound to happen, and this year there's been quite a few injuries already. A lot of people on questionable designations or even out or doubtful, so definitely keep an eye on your roster. Make sure you're checking all the way up to game time to make sure somebody's not out or injured and not able to play, things like that. So with that said, let's get started with the week 3 recap, and let's get that prime time music going. All right. This week's points leader for the second week in a row, Davey One Cheek. He had a whopping 143 points, and he's got an impressive record of 3-0 on the season, undefeated. And winning 2 weeks in a row, that's $20 that he's earned, so that's, in a sense, 20% of his buy-in for this year's buying into the league, so he's earning some of his money back. But anyhow, he had really good contributions from Russell Wilson, who had 38 points, continuing to have a MVP season so far in the first 3 games of the season. And then he threw a lot to Tyler Lockett, who had 31 points. And then Michael Gallup is also having a pretty good year. And got 22 points. And it looks like Davey One Cheek might be back to his championship form of season 1 of our league. So we'll see. But congratulations to you. $10 to you, my friend. All right. Other winners this week. Me, Dakenizer 2.0 with 113 points. Also with 113 points, Igniters. Dropping Deuces with 112 points. C4 Loco with 107 points. And Team Fierce Sandra with 102 points. Congratulations, teams. This week's scoring leaders at number 1 is Patrick Mahomes with 42 points, killing it for the Bone Cracker. Unfortunately, not enough because the Bone Cracker is at 0-3. At number 2 is Russell Wilson, as I mentioned, with 38 points from Team Davey One Cheek. And at number 3, the top running back this year in our league, Alvin Kamara, with 35 points from my team, keeping me afloat and keeping me in it with the last 2 weeks and those close matchups that I've had. So that brings us to the, come on, man, not so top 3. All right, at number 3, I am calling out the Bone Cracker. Yes, you lost this week by 21 points, which means you would have needed 22 points for a W. But let's look at your roster and see what could have been done different. Now, you had both running backs for the LA Rams, and unfortunately, you chose wrong. You started Malcolm Brown instead of Darrell Henderson, and Malcolm Brown only got you 1 point, but Darrell Henderson had 19 sitting on your bench, which makes a difference of 18 points. So keep that in mind. We got 18 there. And then it was unfortunate. You did start John Brown, but unfortunately he got a calf injury and was not able to get through the rest of the game, and he actually got you 0 points. Now, on your bench, had you started Preston Williams from Miami Dolphins, who scored 6 points, you would have scored a total with starting Darrell Henderson, 115 points, and you would have won by 2, but you didn't. You lost by 21, and you're sitting at 0-3 on the season, and that's considering you have Patrick Mahomes on your roster, so that means the rest of your team is pretty much sucking. But anyways, you are 0-3, unwinning in the season, so you get a come on, man! All right, for the 3rd week in a row, not a surprise, I'm calling out say no to pink plates, which pretty soon he's going to be saying yes to pink plates if he don't change what he's doing this season. Let's see, you're only able to score a pathetic 55 points, and you got blown out by 47. There was absolutely nothing you could have done, to your team, roster, whatever, to win, and basically your team's just not performing. And let's see, week 1 you had 93 points, week 2 you had 71 points, and week 3 you have 55 points. My man, you are trending in the wrong direction, and you're 0-3 on the season, 0-3, and you have the lowest total points for this season with only 219 points out of these 3 weeks. That's pretty dang low. So for that mere reason, you're also 0-3, and you're the defending pink plate owner. You get a huge come on, man. Get with it. All right, and at number 1, I am calling out. Hello, Mr. President. This is your commissioner from the Beeh League, Fantasy Football League. I'm calling you out this week on the Come On Man Not So Top 3. For the mere reason that you got coronavirus, also known as COVID-19. It's a very, very bad disease. It's infected millions and millions of people. And for the mere fact, you should have been wearing a mask. It's that simple. But because you didn't, you get a come on, man. You're infected. Yeah. Ironic, isn't it? Anyways, it is what it is, and honestly, he is our president, so hopefully he pulls out of it and gets better. I'd hate to see anything happen like that. In fact, I wouldn't want that on anybody. So, anyways, get better, president. All right, so that brings us to the week 4 matchup of the week. I am calling out Davey One Cheek, Mr. Undefeated at 3-0, versus Team Fear Sandra, who's having a pretty good season at 2-1. It looks like it should be a pretty good matchup. So let's see who Zoe's going to pick. Now, Zoe's not having a great season either. She's sitting at 0-2 for the season. So come on, dog. All right. Well, let's see who Zoe picks. Okay, to the left we have Team Fear Sandra at 2-1, and to the right, the undefeated Davey One Cheek at 3-0. Let's see who Zoe's gonna pick today. Oh, Davey One Cheek. All right, there you have it. That's who Zoe's picking this week. So that's it for your week 3 recap. Good luck to you in week 4. And this is your commissioner. I'm out. Deuces.